Hey everybody, AJ here with This Week in Cultivating Purpose. This week the theme is Talk to Nature. And as you guys can see from these videos, I enjoy nature quite a bit. And what I want to talk to you about today and what we should explore this week is how and why it's important to talk to nature and how anyone can talk to nature regardless of your situation. So why is it important to listen to nature? Well, just like a couple weeks ago when we built something from scratch, we were reconnecting with our primal nature. Talking to nature is also about reconnecting with a part of our biology that we lost in the midst of all this society. So talking to nature can also uncover some deeply hidden truths about our human existence. Take a stream, for example. Our normal everyday perception has us regarding a stream as a thing. It is an object, so to speak, that we can dissect and separate from its surroundings. We could say that is a stream, and it's a bank next to a stream, and this is a field, and that's a mountain. We parcel the world out into these individual things. That's what our brains like to do, and in fact, this appears to be the only way our brains can interact with the world. But hopefully you can see things as more than just a group of things. Hopefully you can see the world as a system of processes that in itself is its own larger process, playing out continuously every day. What I mean is that the world doesn't have to be looked at as a group of objects or nouns. The world instead can be looked at as a collection of actions or verbs. And in fact, the act of existence is just one giant continuous verb. Because you see, when you examine any object or noun, it invariably dissolves into actions or verbs. And if you examine something enough, its very existence as a noun seems to disappear right in front of your eyes. Take your body, for example. We're under the distinct impression that our body is something that is under our complete control in a way that other things in this universe are not in our complete control. We're also under the impression that our body exists within our own skin, and the border of our skin defines the border of our body. Now, while this is all true, you can also change your perspective and see that there are other truths as well. For example, the fact that you were in complete control of your body is completely ridiculous. Have you ever tried to control your breathing? What happens if you try to stop breathing? Well, I'll tell you what would happen. You would pass out and your body would continue to breathe regardless of your control of it. Now, suppose you were 5 years old and you don't want to grow to become 6 years old. Can you control your body to stay 5 years old? Of course not. Your body is controlled by billions of years of evolutionary knowledge, and your body is beholden to that to some degree. And how about your breath? Can you breathe by yourself, or do you require oxygen to breathe, which thus requires trees and other things of that nature? So no, you cannot breathe on your own. Breathing does not begin and end with you. What about the fact that your body is an object contained within your skin? Well, that's also not true, because there are billions of bacteria and fungi in your body that you need for survival. In fact, many of these foreign organisms dictate what your thoughts are. They're literally part of your thoughts. So no, who you are does not begin and end inside of your skin. There's so much more at play. And this is apparent no matter what aspect of any object you look at. When you start analyzing what defines an object, you see that objects start bleeding into other objects until all you're left with is a giant breathing system of symphonic action. It is a grand dance, this universe. We're merely one of the participants. So, if we look at the world as continuous action rather than individual objects, instead of saying, this is a stream, we can say that in this specific location and at this specific time, the universe is streaming. And just like the universe is streaming over there, the universe is peopling over here. My existence is actually the entire activity of the universe, expressed in an individual manifestation. I'm simply part of the whole, as natural as the stream or these trees. I fit in perfectly, and I'm part of the grand movements. This always reminds me of my favorite Grateful Dead song, which has a line that says, "Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world." And I believe this line relates to the fact that our individual existences are actually activities of the great divine, and we're part of the tapestry of the universe, in which every part contributes to the beautiful whole. As humans, our position within nature is to reflect and pontificate upon all of this creation. What defines humanity is our central nervous system, which allows us to process and identify like no other organism in our ecosystem. Observing is our ultimate contribution to the earth. This is how we fit into nature, and this is why I love coming out to nature. to take my place in the ecosystem and to appreciate all of this incredible activity from which my existence sprang. So that's what we'll do this week. Talk to nature and feel your place within it. Below, we have a number of nature-oriented resources, including things for folks with physical disabilities, as well as a checklist for everything you need to do some beginner camping. I have some great product reviews on some of my favorite camping tools and resources, and some other stuff in addition to that. So a lot this week, in addition to some action items. So have fun and talk to nature this week, and namaste.